Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, what's up, dude?
My name is Silent Rare. Today I'm going to be doing an interview with Raymond Rambo Lucier from Team Extravagant Icons. So, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Ray, to
I
anybody
am.
who may not know you?
Yeah, my name is Raymond. I am been around the Call of Duty scene for a little while. If you've been following at all, you've probably heard of me. But yeah, Raymond Lucy. I live in Montreal, Quebec. I am a French Canadian gamer, pretty bilingual, so I can speak good English. Yeah, I'm currently leading Team Extravagant. I was on Optic Gaming for most of the season, and sadly, I got dropped from that team, so I started my own with Karma, Revan, and Bobby from various different teams.
Yeah, I was actually back in 2009 during Call of Duty 4, actually a pretty big Extravagant fan while you guys made your run in the national championship. But I mean, obviously, you came off a fourth place finish at MLG Raleigh. So, what decision came into you being dropped from Optic? I mean, you guys have had a pretty successful year overall.
I'm still not really 100% sure on the reasons. I mean, I'm sure they had their reasons. I guess they didn't feel like we were a winning contention anymore, which I mean, obviously they. I mean, I'm not necessarily agreeing with it, but in my side of things could have been worked out, but they felt that a change was needed. So I'm not really like hurt by it. It's just they just made a decision and they went with it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It happens in the competitive world of anything. So.
Okay. And obviously, you formed your new team. I mean, Extravagant, and you guys are sponsored by 360 Icons, correct? I just want
Yeah,
to make sure I have that. All
yeah,
right.
we are always sponsoring us. Yeah.
Okay. And so it's of course you, Bob, Revan, and Karma. So I mean, was this sort of just like a team just kind of thrown together? Like you just picked up players who were free agents and who really needed a team? Because I mean, on
Well,
paper, I think you guys have a pretty good roster. Looking at it.
I mean, I was originally when I got dropped, I was originally trying to join Quantic or the Next Threat, and that was going to work out good until Saints decided to leave. And at that point, it was just we were looking at the free agent pool, and the other two players on that team were not like optimistic about what was happening. So I decided to just go out and make my own team with Bobby, and then I started playing. I just decided to open pretty much like everyone. I just made pretty much not ran a tryout, but like I just started playing with a bunch of different people that I've never really played with in the past, and it's just that playing with players you haven't played in the past always opens up your eyes, and you can see how good players are by playing with them, obviously. So playing with Revan, his communication was incredible, and his team play is really like what's needed to win. So I mean, that was pretty much a no doubter. And then with me, Bobby, and Revan, kind of needed someone that can drop big games kill wise. So Karma seemed like the perfect fit for that since he's been doing pretty good at events this year. So but yeah, that's pretty much what happened to the team. It's not really like just people that were desperate to find teams. It's just players that were open and looking for a team, and it's really what it was. It ended up being us four, and we're playing pretty good together. So.
You guys have been scrimming a lot lately, and I've actually had a chance to tune to you guys on Twitch TV here and there. I mean, is the chemistry pretty good between you guys?
Well, obviously, it's not where it's gonna be. It's not where it was with Optic. Obviously, after playing for like 6 or 7 months together, but I mean, obviously, I'm just really like Orlando is kind of like a practice event almost. I mean, obviously, we're trying to win and all, but I mean, I'm not expecting miracles right from the get go. But everything from now is really like just a preparation for nationals, which is the event you want to win. So I'm just really looking forward to that event, and hopefully we can do well prior to that. But if we don't, it's not the end of the world.
Now, of course, you said you're not expecting a miracle, but I mean, looking at your pool, I definitely say pool D. When I look at least from the Black Ops standpoint, you guys have an incredibly difficult pool with Eon Envious, Aim for Victory, and Quantic Next Threat, and then whatever team comes out of open bracket. So, how do you think you're going to fare in that pool?
Well, obviously D stands for debt in this situation. They're obviously all teams capable of winning the event, so it's just not going to be an easy pool altogether. We actually our first match is against Envious, which could really be like a really good start or like a mediocre start. I mean, if we can beat Envious, it's just gonna pretty much repel us. That's really probably the team to beat in our pool since they have on paper probably the best roster. So um, I mean, it's not. I'm not saying we're not going to win. I'm not saying we're going to win our pool. I mean, obviously, I think we're capable of winning it. In my opinion, we're the best domination team in the game right now. Anyone who have been watching my stream or been following a bit around, like, I'm pretty sure I could have a lot of pro teams vouch for that. But regardless, our CTF game is not where it should be. Um, I think it's just we're still in like the working on stages. I mean, obviously, you're not going to work miracles in like 2 or 3 weeks of playing together. So. But it's really like events, like everyone heard in the past, or I've said that plenty of times. It's just events is really who's hot on the certain days. So if we're having good days of playing on Friday and Saturday, we could definitely come out with a good placing.
Okay, and I guess aside from your team, I mean, who do you think at this event's going to really show up, and maybe what team might fall off, according to maybe looking at pools and how you just figure things might work out?
I mean, pool A, B, and C is pretty much gonna be the highest seed that's a win. I don't see anyone out there that can really like have contention with leverage. Maybe Ego's team, Elite. They're probably like the only team in that pool that can even stand with leverage right now. Uh, then we got Pool B is Optic. I think their hardest team is Nameless's team. I think it's Notorious or Serial Legacy. My bad. I
Okay.
mean, I don't really see anyone like Pure Optic and Leverage should all come out of their pool 4-0 unless something crazy happens. But as far as like at one team that I guess, I mean, I really would like to play Optic, but obviously just for the fun of it. I mean, it's just gonna be a fun game altogether. I'm still cool with these guys, by the way, if anyone was wondering if. But yeah, I mean, I think Optic's probably the team that's gonna come out hard this event.
Yeah, there's no bad blood between like you and Big Time, right? Because I mean, you guys were a pretty
Oh
big
no, no.
duo for such a long time.
Oh
So
yeah. I mean,
uh,
it's definitely awkward. Like, not awkward, but weird playing without Big Time right now. It's just doesn't feel the same. But I mean, you get used to those things after a little while.
okay. Now, going away from the event side of things, MLG actually just released an article today where you're actually a sponsored player now from with MLG, alongside I
Uh,
think it's
Sony.
Stainville. Yeah, with
Yeah.
Sony. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
So what benefits are you getting from that?
I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to talk about that, to be honest. I
Oh,
don't
if you
really
can,
want to.
that's fine.
I don't really want to put. I mean, I don't know. I probably can, but I don't really want to put myself out of
I
line.
just know
But
you guys are going to be at the
oh yeah, we're
booth.
representing Sony. We're gonna be at the Sony booth on I think my schedule is on 3 to 4 with Big Timer on Friday, and then Stainville and TP is on Saturday at the same time, I believe, or maybe a little later.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, we're just gonna be hanging out at the booth, showing some things to you guys. We haven't really been up to it, but I mean, we haven't really been abroad by what we're gonna be doing at the booth exactly. So I can't really like inform you on what's going on yet.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I was just, a little curious to see, because this article just came out today, what you guys were, what that was
Yeah.
possibly all about. Um, Obviously, I've actually played you in StarCraft a few times on your stream actually, but I mean, what do you think of the game? I mean, you're Zerg now, aren't you? Or do you still play
I mean,
Protoss?
I pretty much try to play everything. And Terran's impossible to play in my opinion, but
Oh, okay.
um,
I'm only a
but
platinum Protoss right now, but I'm playing low and low diamond, high plat all the time.
yeah,
So,
the game's just a lot of fun in general. I
oh,
mean,
absolutely.
I'm actually getting a new desktop so I can start streaming my PC games more because my desktop right now is really slow and inefficient. But just in general, the game's just awesome. I mean, it's just like probably the most balanced competitive game out there right now, and there's really like no doubt that it's one game that anyone can enjoy. And I think the really big part of that game is everyone who's played it and watches it can understand the difference between a pro player and an amateur player.
Yeah.
There's just like there's such a big difference between like a really good player. Like in Call of Duty, a lot of people see the game, oh well, I can just go in a pub and shoot, but in that game, there's no such thing as like when you go in and play pubs, it's pretty much like competing. So I mean, I think that's really like the way the game was made and built around is just it's perfect for competitive gaming.
Is there like a favorite team or player that you'd like to constantly watch or keep up to date with?
Oh well, I mean, I watched the GSL mostly. I'm a Kiwi Kaki fan if I had to say anyone, just because he's French Canadian and he's a boss altogether.
I'm actually a big Sase fan. I've
Yeah,
actually been following him since about DreamHack Summer when he actually really started to take off. So,
that's cool.
but Kiwi Kaki, he's an amazing guy, and you probably watched his game versus Stefano at IPL3.
Yeah,
I mean, that
it's
game too
pretty
was just
sick.
insane. I mean, I've never.
I actually had to leave in the middle of that game. I didn't even see the
Oh,
Neuro
jeez.
Parasite on the mothership.
It was at the very end. I mean, he had three stalkers like versus a Broodlord and a Colossus, and it was just it was insane. So
sounds crazy.
amazing game. Well, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. Rambo, is there anything you'd like to say? Give out any shoutouts before I
Well,
let you off?
obviously, shout out to Icons for helping my team out. There's no doubt about mine. That's probably the most important thing as a player is feeling safe around having people there to support you. Obviously, Sony for giving me the opportunity they are giving me, and shout out to my new team actually. And we're looking pretty good right now. So I mean, I'm not going to say I'm totally confident because obviously I would be lying, but we do have.